Hello everyone, I'm John In Bibs, and today I am going to show you how to make this delicious strip steak and homemade french fries from freeze-dried in about 5 minutes. So come along with me and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so I brought that, preheated my water to about 150 degrees Fahrenheit, which in a steak is about medium. I got my steak here that I freeze dried, and this is a raw strip steak. I got two in the package, but I'm going to only cook one. Nice raw strip steak. All I'm going to do is put it in that water, give it a turn so the other side gets some water to it, and we're going to just set that aside while I do my french fries. Okay, I wasn't recording. So what I got is some french fries that I freeze dried. I made them myself, and all I did was cut my shapes, stuck them in cold water, brought that water up to boiling, and then boiled for 5 minutes, drained them, and patted them dry, and then freeze dried them. I'll make a full video, because this was just a test sample and it works, but I'll make a full video showing the whole process probably this weekend. So all I got is I'm going to take the chip out, the french fry out, dip it in water, and throw it into my Ninja Foodie on the crisper tray. And it doesn't take a lot of water, so that's I'm just dipping them, and I think you'll be amazed by the results. So let me get this done and I'll show you the next step. And what I'm going to do is take some of this butter Crisco non-stick spray and just give those a light spray. Okay, shut the lid, put it on air crisp, 5 minutes at 390 degrees, and I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay, so that's counted down and should be crisped up my french fries. In the meantime, while I was doing, I'd fished this out of the hot water that I had been soaking, not on the stove. I brought the water up to 150 degrees and then threw this steak in. I turned it a couple times during that 5 minutes just to make sure both sides were getting nice and moist. So let's dig out our french fries. Now this is very hot. Okay, so I need to I'm just going to season my steak with some black pepper, coarse ground. Put a little salt on my french fries and my steak. I like salt, and I like a little ketchup with my french fries. Okay. Alright, let me zoom in on that, see if we can make a nice thumbnail for that. Check that out. Let me tell you, that steak is very tender, and I'm going to demonstrate that to you in a second. Now let's just see what happened with that steak. Now I want you to note I didn't cook this. This was raw coming out, and I put that through the freeze dryer that way. Got a little bit of gristle there. And that is a very moist, medium well done piece of steak. Wow. That is so good. And my French fries, like I say, I'll make a video separately just on the French fries. But dipping them in the water and then sticking them on the tray is just enough water to rehydrate these in the center and crisp them up. On the outside, delicious. I discovered this by accident. I was messing around trying to figure out how to rehydrate a steak, and by accident I put my steak into the fruity and forgot to turn it on. A couple minutes later I came out and pulled it out and it was cooked. And then I realized all you need to do is get the center of this steak, which is juicy by the way, to your desired temperature and it's cooked. So I didn't really cook this. I just soaked it and rehydrated it in the temperature of water that I wanted the steak, actually a little bit higher. But you see how nice that cuts, and that will retain that moisture because I did a piece last night and it retained. Oh well, there goes that piece. That's for the dog. I just need to get a dog now. What was I saying? Oh, so last night I rehydrated a piece, and this morning and stuck it in the fridge, and this morning it was still nice and moist, so it doesn't dry up. I think that's a new solution. In the past I've been trying to cook it while rehydrating it, or maybe doing it with cold water, but I didn't have a lot of luck, and then cooking it. But if you rehydrate your steak in hot water, preferably a little bit above the temperature that you want your steak to be cooked at, as it rehydrates, it's cooked. And it comes out moist, way more moist than if you cook that over, or you rehydrate it and cooked it over a grill. Way more moist. And like I say, the French fries are just very good. I think I over crisped these. But again, I'll just say, by dipping that in the water, you don't want to leave it in there long or they go to mush. But just dipping it in, dipping it out, the center does stay nice and moist, and your air fryer crisps the outside very nicely. So there's a very good steak and another success from John In Bibs. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.